It's the NBA playoffs on EA Sports. Tonight, Game 3 of the Eastern Conference Finals. We're at Wells Fargo Center, where tonight the Philadelphia 76ers taking on the Miami Heat. Seated next to Jay Williams, I'm Ed Cohen. Jay, you look at the Sixers coming into play. They took 2 big steps forward on the road, winning both those first 2 games. Now they come back home with a 2-0 lead already in their pocket.
And this has been a one-sided series so far, and not in the way we even expected. I mean, what a position to be in. Get 2 wins on the road, now you're coming home already up 2-0 with a chance to put a stranglehold on the series.
Right down Broadway, 4-2.
When the ball's in his hands, we all knew what was going to happen.
Butler into the front court, just getting started in Game 3. Nothing going here on that drive. Jimmy Butler, 2 for 2. That's what you want. We talk so much about who are the MVP candidates, but there are other guys who are so valuable to their teams, and Jimmy Butler at the forefront of that list.
I have a phrase that I use when I describe players like Jimmy Butler. It's called most valuable mentality. There are certain players that approach the game with a certain mindset every single day that they will do anything possible to win the ball game. He plays with his heart and soul every single possession and every night, and he will leave it on the court if that means he can win the ball game.
Lowry doesn't have the touch. No good.
It didn't hurt him this time, but defensively, you got to prevent him from even catching the ball to begin with.
To Embiid. To Tobias Harris. Beyond the arc for 3. They snuffed it out. Tobias Harris missed it. On the follow. Way to stay with it. The challenge defending a guy who can be a 1 or a 2.
We're not old men talking about this game. We don't define players by positions anymore. Is he a 1 or is he a 2? No, he's James Harden. He is a scorer and an elite passer.
Joel Embiid tips it.
That's why a rim protector is a necessity in this game.
And he's fouled. A couple of free throws coming up, Jay.
Guys like Gary Payton would always take ones early like this all the time. Number 1, to see if they'll get caught. And number 2, to leave a little mark on you to remind you that they'll be on you all game long.
First one goes down. Two for 2 on that trip. From long range. Misfires. It's no good. Nice follow-up on the dunk there.
And when you get your prescription, you take your medicine and you call it a day.
Sixers control it. To Embiid. Won't go. Oladipo into the front court. Down just a couple. To Butler. Has a look. Deep 2 there. Won't go. Hart with the basketball. He'll run the offense. To Embiid. Joel Embiid. Missed his first. That one goes.
Yeah, I've been in this situation before. Just raise your hand. We got to switch.
Butler to bring it up. 10-6 our score. Nothing going here on that drive. To Harden. For 3. His first effort off the mark. To Lowry. No good to Butler. Down low. Montrezl Harrell with the block.
Oh, he blocked that with authority.
To Embiid. And count the basket inside.
He's been doing this for years. The physicality in which he plays No one wants to see that. You're going to leave the game with black and blue marks all over your body.
Butler. Oh, great pass, setting up the basket.
Ed, sometimes less is more. Keeping it simple is the best way.
Sixers have the basketball. Oh, the Heat right there to take it away. So Oladipo goes to the left side. From the painted area, won't go down. To Tobias Harris. Lets it fly from long range. Shot off the mark. Good defense.
Great contest by the D, but I want to see the coaching staff call the same exact play the next possession. Get that offensive player the ball. Let him prove that it wasn't the D. It was more in his own head.
Slams it down. Big finish for Joel Embiid. Feed the big fella. Point to the passer.
So good when you get everybody involved, in particular your bigs. You get them going, they'll run the court faster, and guess what? They'll set harder screens because they're actually in the game.
Nothing going here on that drive. Jimmy Butler, 4 out of 7.
You see, you can't actually get mesmerized by the ball. You actually have to focus on the dribbler's belly button. I know that may sound cheesy, but trust me, he can't go anywhere without his core.
Lowry into the front court. 14-10 the score. Oh, a lot of contact. Shots no good and no foul. Another follow. Stays out. Harris to Embiid. Dwayne Dedmon sends it away.
Sent a message on that one, Ed.
Lets it fly from beyond the arc, smothering D. Lowry with it. Down 4. James Harden sends it away. And that's going to get out of bounds off of Harden. They're going to make some changes with some new personnel on the floor. Montrezl Harrell able to recover with the block.
Blocking so many shots only gives your perimeter that much more confidence to really apply more pressure.
It's in the hands of Philadelphia. To Harden. Fires the 3 with James Harden. Muscle memory. Gets it to go.
That shot was nice, but that pass, that was the real highlight. Good teams always find a way to get the best shot available.
Butler. Dwayne Dedmon rocking the rim.
Oh, man, did you see that swiftness? He dunked that thing like a tennis ball.
It looked like that in his hand. Jimmy Butler with that shot, he's 5 for 8.
That's lunch pail business right there. Don't worry about the no call. Keep powering through.
Harden in possession. His team up by 1. Nothing going here on that drive. To the basket is Harden, but his shot's no good. Missed a wide open look. Lowry into the front court. Down by 1. Oladipo to Butler. Off the mark. With defense like that, little margin for error. The feed stolen away. Butler. Able to convert inside.
Old school equals high percentage.
Philadelphia with the basketball. Brian Anderson snatching it out of the air.
This game is all about playing mind tricks on people. The offense is more worried about getting their shot blocked than they are about actually making the shot.
Nice finish at the rim.
They're going to have to find answers defensively and quickly because he's carving them up in the first quarter.
Harden into the front court. They're down 3. James Harden. He's 3 of 5. 60% shooting from the field.
It looks like he's using his ball handling to feel the game out. I know it looks like he's just playing around out there trying to get the fans going. That is true, but he's also finding his rhythm.
We have both squads set to make some moves right now. Oladipo to Butler. Tobias Harris rejects it.
You know why? I don't see anybody on the defensive end standing up out of position. I see everybody squatted down, really active with their hands. That's the mentality that will lead you to where you want to go.
And hits the first free throw. And he makes them both. Butler into the front court. Down a point. Waiters. To Butler. Nothing going here on that drive. To Butler. Out of bounds, last touch by the Heat. Sixers control it. Probing the defense. Curling inside. James Harden. He's now 4 for 6.
It just seems like one of three things happen every time James Harden has the ball. Either he scores, he gets fouled, or he kicks it out to someone for a three. Pick your poison.
Butler to Love. Montrezl Harrell swats it. And he stepped out of bounds. Turns the ball over. Looks like some substitutions are coming on in. Love buries it on the catch and shoot.
But it was how he created the shot. As a defender, there's a tendency to stand up when you stare at the ball. Offensive player recognized that, continuously moved without the ball. Bang, that's how he set it up.
Shot from the lane won't go. Oladipo into the front court. Looking to make something happen. It goes down. He improvises and scores.
Might have had an extra dribble or two there, but he got the shot he wanted.
Sixers have the basketball. James Harden. He's now shooting 5 for 7.
Ooh, cool, calm, and collective. The 3 C's. His handles are effortless.
To Love. Oladipo. To Love. Montrezl Harrell with a piece.
Here's one of the biggest secrets as we move into this new age of basketball, especially in the draft room. You have to draft players with size and length. That's the biggest deterrent for any team offensively.
Count the bucket for 2.
You normally don't see that, but that's the type of thing that keeps shooters in the league for a long time. Every once in a while, they venture into the paint.
To Oladipo. Deep left corner. Nothing going here on that drive. Now a steal by Philly. Udonis Haslem. Huge block. Deep three at the buzzer. 1 quarter down. We have a tie ball game. A good start to this one. All tied up as we start the second. It's in the hands of Philadelphia. Lays it up and in.
Clearly not afraid of the spotlight here because that was not an easy look.
Across the timeline, it's Lowry. Down 2. P.J. Tucker pins it.
Just erasing mistakes left and right.
Fires the 3. That's how you defend.
Just because you're an elite shooter doesn't mean you need to shoot the ball every possession. Maybe give a head fake, crack into the defender, get to the free throw line, see the ball go in the hole.
To Harden. Oh, Millsap. He's finally on the board. Makes his first shot.
Did you see that change of direction mid-flight? And also the English he utilized to spin the ball off the rim? That was a thing of beauty.
And count the basket.
Attack mode isn't a switch that you can just turn on and off. He needs to do more of that. We need to see him penetrate, get into that lane, and create.
Philadelphia with the basketball. Harden. And he'll head to the line.
Aggressive play there, but you can't fault the defender for being up in the shooter. You need to contest shots, each and every one of them.
Knocks down the first. No good on the second. It's a 1 of 2 trip. Has a chance. Their shot by Lowry misses. To P.J. Tucker. Add 2 points to the board.
Hand down, man down. You got to get up and contest the shot.
Here comes the screen. Haslem here against P.J. Tucker. To Lowry. Shot clock coming down to 4. Down to 3. Lowry. Well done. Kyle Lowry. Tough shooting. Only 2 for 6 after that make.
I don't know what halftime evaluation will be worse, the ankles or the bruised ego.
Count the basket. 2 more points in the paint.
Did you see the way that dribble freed him up? It created so much space. I did, but the defender didn't.
Oh, he's denied.
Oh, big man doing work right there.
Sixers control it. Here's a chance from long range. Off the mark. No good. Waiters. To Lowry. 4-3. Millsap with the board. The Sixers with 4 to shoot to P.J. Tucker. Going to launch beyond the arc. Always has a chance for Tucker, but not that time. The follow won't go either. Lowry into the front court. Down 5. Whoa, look what I found.
You know it's a bad block when somebody snatches the ball out of the air. Wow.
Great feed. The follow won't go either.
Wait, I'm sorry. You get paid how much money to miss shots like that? That can't happen.
P.J. Tucker tips it.
Don't stare him down like that afterwards.
To P.J. Tucker, beyond the arc for three. He was all over him. Waiters. No, I missed a short one there. A lot of contact, no whistle.
What happened is he didn't balance himself off the defender. He didn't initiate contact. Oh! Out there looking like the Kimbe Mutombo.
Took it right to him, and the defender was ready. From long range, it's good. Defense has to pick things up.
It's all about creating space with the dribble. Once you have that gap, you can beat somebody in a variety of ways. He chose a dagger with the three.
Gets a look, can't hit.
Let's be realistic. He's probably not going to miss a lot of shots. But the more effort you can give, you want to try to tire him out. Take his legs away. Make him work to catch the ball. That's how you win a defensive battle.
Now the Heat going to use a timeout as they'll talk things over here in the second quarter. Mixing things up. Hockey line substitutions. Both teams making changes. Lowry. Almost unlucky bounce to Lowry. Now pass stolen by the Sixers.
Come on, let's dig in. Let's really build this lead.
Jumper's good.
Well, they have such great flow to their offense this evening. The ball isn't sticking to one player individually. It's moving around the perimeter, and it's zipping. They're playing with a special cohesiveness.
Rocking the rim.
You know, Ed, the effort is what concerns me the most. Effort is replenishable. If you're tired, raise your hand, check yourself out. Get somebody who actually wants to get back in transition and play some defense. That will help your team win the game, not you just staying in the game to be better on offense.
Butler. A bad pass as the Sixers come up with this steal.
Keep your foot on the gas, but don't get too reckless.
For three. Great defense, forcing the miss.
Shooters shoot, period. I don't want to hear any excuses. That's why you're on the floor. You keep doing what you're doing with that superior confidence.
Sixers have the basketball. To Millsap. Can't connect from in close. Lowry with it. His guys trail by 13. Finishing inside the paint on that one.
Ed, sometimes less is more. Keeping it simple is the best way.
Millsap to P.J. Tucker. Lets it fly from long range. Still hasn't hit from deep in the first half. No good. Now a steal by Philly.
You go back to the principles. Things that we started working on when we were in first and second grade is called the shell drill. You stay down in the stance defensively, you try to deny the next pass away, and you have to communicate. If your conditioning is bad, you have no chance. But if you're able to do all these things together, collectively, you will be able to stop a great passing team.
Dwayne Dedmon rocking the rim.
It's so amazing when you get a chance to see a player in his own space. It's almost as if the defense doesn't exist. He can go left, he can go right, he can attack. He's playing on that court by himself.
Had a good look there, but it's no good. Cleaning the offensive glass. Dwayne Dedmon with the block. On the follow. Way to stay with it.
This is a statement game for this unit. This defense has generated a lot of easy offense. And the one thing we know in the league, easy offense is hard to come by.
Butler to Lowry. The jab step opens up space to knock down the jumper.
No doubt about where that one was headed.
Sixers call for time as they'll take a moment to go over things here in the second quarter. Time to adjust. Both coaches making changes on the floor. Five on the shot clock for Philadelphia. Harden, tough shot. He hits.
For average shooters, that's not a great shot. But for a great shooter, that's a good look.
Lowry into the front court. Down a dozen. Oladipo to Lowry. Nothing going here on that drive. To Butler. Wide open look, won't go. Harris to Embiid. Dwayne Dedmon sends it away. That's out. Last touch by Dwayne Dedmon. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. Tough shot. Well defended. To Butler. That's no good. To P.J. Tucker. Fires the three. That's good D. Shot no good.
Great contest by the D, but I want to see the coaching staff call the same exact play the next possession. Get that offensive player the ball. Let him prove that it wasn't the D. It was more in his own head.
Count it. No and one. There was some contact there.
Well, when you play for each other and not just for yourself, that's when great things happen. You essentially lose yourself in what the team is trying to accomplish. It's called unselfish basketball. And there's nothing more beautiful than rewarding your teammate with a nice pass and letting them finish for 2 or 3 points.
Grabs his own miss and scores. Good concentration.
There's some players out there that like the freedom of space, and then we have the anomalies. We have the players who feel comfortable being uncomfortable, and almost the physicality of the game centers them and puts them right on balance every time.
Just enough of a head fake to help on that one.
One of the best in the biz right there. Maybe the best.
Butler to bring it up. Trailing by 14. To Lowry. Butler. Fires the three. Buries it on the catch and shoot.
Ed, let me tell you how this one goes. It ain't no fun if the homies can't have some. Everyone's getting a piece of the rock tonight.
It's in the hands of Philadelphia. Surveys the floor. They've slowed down the pace. Now 3 on the shot clock. Here's a chance from long range. Message received. Well defended. Out of bounds the call off P.J. Tucker. So it's going to stay with Miami. Second effort. Basket's good on the follow. Way to stay with it.
Bodies bouncing all around on that layup with the offense winning that battle. But if the defense keeps up that kind of pressure, good things are bound to happen.
Harden. Well defended. Oladipo. Yes, Victor Oladipo. He's 2 for 2 now.
Ooh, that confidence level is so superior. Whenever you start jacking back on defense before the ball even goes through the net, that speaks for itself.
So the two teams will head to the locker room as we reach the break here in game number 3. Let's get you to Orlando, where we say hello to Jalen Rose in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Jalen.
76ers are in a close game thus far. It was their playmaking, the way they gave each other scoring opportunities. That really impresses me. I love seeing unselfish basketball like that. Have a look at the leading scorers for the Philadelphia 76ers. The Heat aren't down by too much at the half, and the offensive glass was their domain. They scored plenty of second chance points, asserting themselves in the paint. Have a look at the leading scorers for the Miami Heat.
Game track. Blocks.
Very physical basketball in the first half from these squads. Lots of block shots and some great defensive intensity.
Player of the half.
James Harden has the defense figured out, and his shots are falling for him. That's a lethal combination that will be hard to overcome.
Who was cold?
Every player that makes it to the NBA is a great athlete, but even the best players have off nights. Today has just been one of those nights for this guy. Here are the top plays from the opening half.
Number 2. Number 1.
Fellas, back to you.
Tight game through the first 2 quarters as we resume play here in the third. Five seconds to shoot. Oh, Jay, he commands the paint this time down.
You know, Ed, I'm down with guys having 35, 40, maybe 50 points in the game. But the one thing you look for in a defensive end, when there's a huddle after a guy has dropped multiple buckets on you in a row, and everybody's quiet, nobody stands up and says, yo, I got him, I'm going to stop him, you're in a worrisome place for your team.
No good. Oh, it looked like he may have gotten him there. Joel Embiid. With that, he's 5 for 9.
You normally don't see that, but that's the type of thing that keeps shooters in the league for a long time. Every once in a while, they venture into the paint.
Butler for 2, and he knocks it down. Jay, as key a move as you'll find in the NBA.
And it is the new age triple threat. It does 2 things. Number 1, it creates distance in a hurry. Number 2, when you're stepping east to west while maintaining your dribble, which is a difference maker, it throws a defender off because now he's at your mercy and he's off balance.
And it just may be, Jay, the biggest threat late in the shot clock.
Especially if you add a hesitation to the move, or if you look at the rim, you'll most time have the defender jumping out of the shoes.
We wish defenders all the best in this game defending that. To Harden, 4-3. Offensive board, and a putback slam.
Woo, that's nasty right there.
To Lowry. Oladipo. To Butler. Knocks it down off the step back.
2 points. Take them any way you can get them.
To P.J. Tucker. And the rebound taken by Anderson. To Butler. to shoot for Miami. To Butler. Deep two there. Won't go. Easy path to the rim.
Sometimes you hear people give all these fancy breakdowns, tell you all these different things they can do. That was just plain old simple bully basketball. Muscled his way through the lane.
Here comes the screen. The screen sets him up for two.
Bread and butter. And there are few that can do it better off the screen.
To P.J. Tucker. And he's going to the free throw line.
And as a defender, you cannot, I repeat, you cannot foul in the act of upward motion into your shot. Your timing needs to be better.
First free throw is good. Good free throw shooting. Knocks down a pair. Ball's controlled by Lowry. To Oladipo. Here comes the screen. Oladipo matched up with P.J. Tucker. Shot clock for the Heat down to 3. Going to launch beyond the arc. No good. That's great defense.
And big-time coaching strategy by the staff right there, utilizing their bench, keeping fresh legs on that shooter consistently throughout the course of the game.
So Lowry beyond the arc for 3. And Kyle Lowry, muscle memory put to good use there.
Well, easy difference there. In the first half, the offense allowed the defense to settle into their half-court sets defensively. And that's why the shots were all contested. But now since they picked up the pace of the game, they're getting a lot more action out of transition threes.
Knocks it down from mid-range.
And there's nothing more mentally intimidating for your opponent than when your own teammates are unselfish and make sure that you get the ball because they want you to drop 70 on them, maybe like Devin Booker did last year.
Butler to Lowry. Rebound taken by the Sixers. Harris. From long range. Oh, that's how it's done.
Yeah, and what we're seeing is a brilliant offensive display. You have ball movement, player movement, and great shooting to top it off. You get those three things going, you're going to be a dynamic offensive unit.
Lowry. Ryan Anderson, defended by Tucker. Joel Embiid sends it away. Philadelphia with the basketball. For 3, can't go down. Smothering defense.
Just because you're an elite shooter doesn't mean you need to shoot the ball every possession. Maybe give a head fake, crack into the defender, get to the free throw line, see the ball go in the hole.
And Kyle Lowry still able to get it to go down after the closeout.
This game comes down to micro adjustments. Either mismatches, ball screens, slipping action on those ball screens, quick fades to threes. It just seems like you're actually finding your rhythm offensively.
Nothing going here on that drive. Oh, ferocious slam inside.
Oh, man, you're not supposed to be able to do that with that size, but in today's game, dexterity and mobility are off the charts for bigs.
Nothing going here on that drive. Lets it fly from long range. Where's the chatter? No one was even close to him.
I know the refs on the court all the time, but it doesn't mean they can see every play. Maybe defensively, grab his jersey, step on his toe, do something to kind of change up his pace.
Harris. Pass stolen by Miami. To Butler. Tobias Harris. Able to recover with the block.
Sent a message in that one, Ed.
Dwayne Dedmon rocking the rim.
This type of game needs to be celebrated. This is the type of culture that is fostered when you play with unselfish players. When you give up a little bit of yourself and you make your teammate look great, that's the difference between winning and losing. So when you see these guys smiling, when you see them giving each other high fives, that's because of the energy that was created from the pass. Pass is one of the most brilliant things we have in this game.
Miami's got it. Butler to Lowry. And a chance coming up at the line.
I don't know about that one, Ed. I always thought your hand was part of the ball.
Kyle Lowry, a couple of free throws on the way. For his career, 80% at the line. First one, count it. And gets both to drop at the line. To Embiid. Kevin Love snatching it out of the air. Embiid.
Just incredible timing on that swat.
Love to Lowry. To Love. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. Kevin Love is going to get a chance at three here. For his career, 82%. And he connects on the first free throw. It's the second. One more coming. Three for three. Nice. Sixers control it. To Millsap. Fires the three. And Paul Millsap knocks it down even with a hand in his face.
Every hero needs a good sidekick. Nice find to set up the three.
To Lowry. Love. Opposing coach is going to counter, make some changes of his own. Tucker. A drive to the basket, but it somehow stays out.
It's easy for the offense to get agitated when you keep turning around and the defense is right there in your face. The jawing is only going to escalate.
Count the basket. A lot of contact. No foul.
Attack mode isn't a switch that you can just turn on and off. He needs to do more of that. We need to see him penetrate, get into that lane, and create.
Took it down the lane, but it's no good. Deep left corner. Lowry buries it on the catch and shoot.
We love to break this game down analytically. We even love to break it down more psychologically. But sometimes it's just about settling into the game. Seemed like in the first half, things were rushed. Now we finally see them have their composure and their poise.
Gets to the basket and scores.
That's what I'm talking about, Ed. It's that simple. Put the ball in the bucket.
Miami with the basketball. Lowry defended by Tucker. To Love. Trying to cash in. Kevin Love. Quiet night, but 2 for 3 in the contest right now.
You know, from a point guard perspective, one of the things that I learned when I played in the league was that the more I was willing to give the ball up, the harder other players were willing to run to their spots. The harder the bigs were running to the rim. The harder the three-point shooters were running to the three-point line because they knew they could be active recipients. And when they caught the ball, they knew exactly what to do with it.
Cleans it up. Offensive board. Basket's good on the follow. Way to stay with it.
Well, the shooting has been spectacular, but one of the things that I've seen as the difference maker in this ball game is how they are catching the basketball. They're not establishing a pivot foot, which leaves the defense wondering which way you can drive. But when that shot is working like that, you got it any way you want it.
Lowry. He engulfed him that time.
Shooters shoot, period. I don't want to hear any excuses. That's why you're on the floor. You keep doing what you're doing with that superior confidence.
Coach has seen enough. He wants some changes. New personnel onto the floor. Fires the three, and he buries it.
Not everybody possesses this power, but wow, what court awareness.
From the outside, no good. Joel Embiid rejects it. That's his third block this evening. Here's a chance from long range. Textbook defense.
Great contest by the D, but I want to see the coaching staff call the same exact play the next possession. Get that offensive player the ball. Let him prove that it wasn't the D. It was more in his own head.
To Lowry. 4-3. Sixers with the rebound. The Sixers with 4 to shoot. Going to launch beyond the arc. Now that's a contest. That misses with 3 seconds left. So the Heat will have it to start this fourth and final quarter. And I think the best way to describe where they stand right now is they're down, but they're not out.
It's a game we used to play in the league all the time. It's called a series of stops. That means get 3 stops in a row. Each game is a game within the game. You get 3 stops in a row, and then another 3 stops in a row, you're right back in this ball game.
Kevin Love swats it. Fourth this contest.
That kid can block out the sun, man.
Beyond the arc for 3. Shot off the mark. Good defense. Victor Oladipo smothering D. Has a look. Rebound comes to Miami. Love to Lowry. Ah, the monster stuff.
This type of game needs to be celebrated. This is the type of culture that is fostered when you play with unselfish players. When you give up a little bit of yourself and you make your teammate look great, that's the difference between winning and losing. So when you see these guys smiling, when you see them giving each other high fives, that's because of the energy that was created from the pass. Pass is one of the most brilliant things we have in this game.
And one. Embiid, good through the contact. And going to the line for a chance at a 3-point play.
Ed, you ever bail out of something at the last second? That's what I saw right there from the defender. We call that no man's land. They weren't really committed to getting out of the way, committing a hard foul, or taking the brunt of the contact.
Joel Embiid trying to cash in on a 3-point play. For his career, 77% at the line. Embiid's free throw good. A 3-point play. The Sixers extend the lead. Oladipo into the front court. His guys down by 9. To Butler. Nothing going here on that drive. Runner's good there.
When the ball's in his hands, we all knew what was going to happen.
Tucker to Embiid. Tucker to Harden. From long range. That's how you defend. Butler into the front court. The margin standing now at 7. Loses inside for 2.
That might have been a little bit easier than expected there, considering the score.
Great defense there, forcing the pickup. Gets it in the right corner. Oh, the Heat right there to take it away. Now a pass stolen by the Sixers. Lazy pass there, and it's intercepted. Love. Oh, the whistle. Jay, take your hands off of me.
Timing was just a tad bit off.
Both coaches hitting the reset button. Fresh legs coming onto the floor. Butler to Lowry. Goes to the left side. No good to Butler. Down low. Mike Scott with a piece. Out of bounds the call. Last touch by Mike Scott. To shoot for Miami. To Butler for 3, and Jimmy Butler all in stride. Catch and shoot 3 is good.
It just seems like everybody's getting more touches. I'm not saying who, but it seemed like the ball stopped in a certain player's hands, which forced the defense to become stagnant.
Yes, and the foul, and a chance at 3 coming up.
People become so fixated on the hands or the arms or the strengths of the arms. I look at the legs. The strength of his legs help him power through that play. That's how you get and ones.
Free throw good to finish off the three-point play. The lead is up to 5. Across the timeline, it's Lowry. Looking to make something happen. Butler to Oladipo. Just enough of a head fake to help on that one.
Yeah, I've been in this situation before. Just raise your hand. We got to switch.
Harris lets it fly from long range. He was all over him. To Oladipo. Lowry. Nothing going here on that drive. Runner here won't go. On the follow. Way to stay with it.
You normally don't see that, but that's the type of thing that keeps shooters in the league for a long time. Every once in a while, they venture into the paint.
Great look and vision. And the nice finish at the rim.
And I'll never forget one of my first games playing as a rookie with the Bulls. I talked to Steve Nash, and Steve Nash always used to tell me, the more you come out and you get your teammates involved, the easier it will be for you to score down the stretch. Think about it. You come out, you get 7, 8 quick assists, then a ball fake on the next possession. He bit. Easy layup.
Ryan Anderson. Huge block. Gets a look. Can't hit.
The contest was good, but you being a nuisance was great. Continue to be that gnat that no matter how many times you swing at it, it never goes away.
Oladipo to Butler. Has a chance. Butler with a shot, no good. To Tobias Harris. And he buries it.
Well, we got a chance to firsthand watch something be created. I think we just watched an epidemic of passing. I've never seen something like this before. It was so contagious, everybody started to do it, and it ultimately led to the other team's demise.
If that's an epidemic, sign me up. They'll go to Butler, down low. Able to convert inside.
So much about passing is about the pace of the pass. Sometimes you need to dart the pass through the gap. Other times you need to have a feathery touch where you can loft the ball up for your player to dunk the ball. That pace is everything in this game.
A drive down the lane, but the shot stays out. Get the cameras out. Flash on.
That's going to make a nice poster.
Tobias Harris pins it.
Blocking so many shots only gives your perimeter that much more confidence to really apply more pressure.
Oladipo. To Lowry. Can't connect. No good. Oh, it looked like he may have gotten him there. Sixers have the basketball. Sizing up the defense. Nothing going here on that drive. Driving is Harden, but he can't get it to go down.
It's because he took his eye off his target, Ed. As an offensive player, you have to glare at where the defender's coming to, but quickly redirect yourself to your actual target. He was more consumed with the defender than he was the actual rim.
Converts in the paint. Nice finish at the rim.
The defender needs to do a better job of forcing a pickup there.
Butler to bring it up. His guy's down three. Here comes the screen. Butler, Harden's on him. Joel Embiid tips it. Ooh, 5 now. It's in the hands of Philadelphia. Ryan Anderson with the block.
This game is all about playing mind tricks on people. The offense is more worried about getting their shot blocked than they are about actually making the shot.
Gets it in the left corner to Butler. Shot clock for the Heat, down to 3. And Jimmy Butler adds 2 points to the board. We talk so much about who are the MVP candidates, but there are other guys who are so valuable to their teams, and Jimmy Butler at the forefront of that list.
I have a phrase that I use when I describe players like Jimmy Butler. It's called most valuable mentality. There are certain players that approach the game with a certain mindset every single day that they will do anything possible to win the ball game. He plays with his heart and soul every single possession and every night, and he will leave it on the court if that means he can win the ball game.
It's the Heat with the possession. Butler matched up with Harden. Short jumper off the mark. Jimmy Butler sends it away.
You know why? I don't see anybody on the defensive end standing up out of position. I see everybody squatted down, really active with their hands. That's the mentality that will lead you to where you want to go.
Harden shoots. Wide open look, won't go. Lowry into the front court. Down 3. To Butler. Nothing going here on that drive. No good. Nothing going here on that drive. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. Great defense, forcing the miss.
In the first half, he pretty much made every single shot. It was magical to watch. But now that you have drawn so much attention, try to get your teammates more involved.
Shifting gears, here comes some substitutions. Embiid to Tobias Harris. Fires the three. Tough shot. Well defended. It's the Heat with the possession. Lowry. Dwayne Dedmon rocking the rim.
Look at that, calm under pressure. You see a lot of guys rush those. Nice extra move there.
Harris. Fires the three. They snuffed it out. Tobias Harris missed it.
Just because you're an elite shooter doesn't mean you need to shoot the ball every possession. Maybe give a head fake, crack into the defender, get to the free throw line, see the ball go in the hole.
Finishing inside the paint on that one. The challenge defending a guy who can be a 1 or a 2.
We're not old men talking about this game. We don't define players by positions anymore. Is he a 1 or is he a 2? No, he's James Harden. He is a scorer and an elite passer.
Harden in possession. His team up by 1. Brian Anderson sends it away. Incredible. 6 tonight. Harden matched up with Jimmy Butler. Drive on the baseline, but his shot stays out. Lowry. Slam dunk. Now a whistle and a timeout for Philadelphia. They trail by 1. Who's it going to be as they get ready for the final shot? Drive by Harris, but his shot won't go. Butler into the front court. Leads just a point. And they call it.
Ed, you can't lunge like that.
And they call it.
He took a chance. That's the right call.
First one goes down. Goes 2 for 2 at the line. Not that time.
I'm not sure that the contest on the shot contributed to the miss, but what it might have done is seep into the confidence of the shooter, but the next time he might decide to try to drive to the rim instead of settling for a jump.
The Heat with the victory. They've taken a commanding lead in this best-of-7 series. 3 games to none. 1 victory left. For my partner Jay Williams and our entire crew, I'm Ed Cohen. This has been the NBA Playoffs on EA Sports. Find out more at easports.com. Until next time, good night.
The Heat got the win in a close game. They did it with blocks, and they did it with steals. More to the point, they did it with excellent defense. They committed to the grind and got rewarded as a result. What you see here is how the majority of the points were scored for the Miami Heat. The 76ers finished on the losing end of a close score. They shot exceptionally well from beyond the arc, But even that long-range efficiency wasn't enough for them to get the win. Check out the leading scores for the Philadelphia 76ers.
Game track. Three-point shooting.
Each of these teams were solid with their long-range shooting. So by extension, they were pretty poor with their perimeter defense. Closing out on shooters must always happen, whether you're tired or not.
Player of the game.
Butler seemed to think he could only score points with dunks in this game. Again and again. He kept throwing them down, and it was just astonishing.
Who was cold?
This isn't the segment you want to be in, of course, but even the best players find their way into this part of the show. Time now for the top plays of the game.
Number 2. Number 1.
On behalf of ESPN on EA Sports, I'm Jalen Rose. We look forward to seeing you again next time.
The 2023 NBA Playoffs 3-round Eastern Conference Game 3 games and highlights will be coming up next on GOAT's International Sports Showdown. The 2023 NBA Playoffs 3-round Eastern Conference Game 3 matchup is now live streaming on GOAT's International Sports Showdown 2023. Game 3 Seed 8 Miami Heat Seed 3 Philadelphia 76ers. The 2023 NBA Playoffs 3-round Western Conference Game 3 matchup will be coming up next on GOAT's International Sports Showdown 2023. Game 3 Seed 1 Denver Nuggets Seed 7 Los Angeles Lakers.